joy, baby, joy. Thank you, celebration. Really. Thank you. Oh, boy. You know, I just looked at my girl over here. I shouldn't say my girl, I should say, I just looked over here at my honey. And we looked at each other and it's like, wait, didn't we do this already? No, we didn't. Let's do this now. Okay. There's so much going on. And it's all divine and it's all blessed. So today is the third week of Advent, and we're celebrating joy. We're celebrating joy. And what I'm inviting you today to do in this talk is to dedicate yourself to creating joyful ways to thrive. Creating joyful ways to thrive. And guess what? Supporting others to thrive as well. It's not one or the other. It's an and. It's an and. What if you had the power to create goodwill in humanity? Well, I'm here to tell you, you do. You do, Blanche, right, from that movie? Come on, give me something. All right. Thank you. And isn't that like the start of creating a world that works for all beings? Goodwill. So today I'm going to share with you this heartwarming story from this beautiful little book. And it really talks about how we can restore our faith in humanity. So are you ready for the story? Okay. This is written by Jason F. Wright. It's about 120, 22 pages. It's really sweet, easy read. So imagine the story. Here's the scenario. You've had a hard day at work. You come home. It's right before the holiday season, and you realize your door to your apartment, to your home is open. And you're like, "Oy." And you look again, and you realize you've been burglarized. Everything that had value is gone. You kind of breathe into that. All right, you're going to call the police. The police come over. You know, they do their investigation. They ask their questions. They do the smudging your whole entire place in black fingerprint thing. But they don't clean up after themselves now, do they? Okay, I digress. Right? In the hopes that they'll be able to figure out who perpetrated the crime. And afterwards, you go outside for just a breath of fresh air, and perhaps you're in that place of shifting from victimhood. Because, you know, when these things happen, it's so easy to stomp right in there, victimhood. And so you take that breath and you center, and perhaps you're in that process now of reframing that life happens to all of us. Life happens to all of us. And as you walk back in, you notice that there's a paper bag. And you pull out the paper bag, and you find that there's this really festively decorated jar full of coins and some bills. And you look around like, who could have left this? You don't see anything. There's no note on it. You're like, okay. So you walk into your apartment, sit on the couch, and you kind of put everything out. And you start counting, and you realize it's $154 in coins and $80 in bills. You're kind of flummoxed, like, wow, that's amazing. And there's this sense of gratitude for this gift. Of course, because we're logical human beings now, we're like, okay, who could have done this, right? And we're going through our list of people that we could imagine that they would have done something so nice. But the more that you try to figure it out, you realize you're not having the answers that would tell you who this generous soul was. Well, that's the beginning of the story of the Christmas jar. And it's this protagonist who goes around and tries to discover who this gift giver is. But in the process, in this journey, there's a level of self-discovery, a level of awakening to what really matters. She realizes this small practice of someone saving change throughout the year and gives as a gift of possibilities to others is amazing, and yet the money was never really enough to save someone. The money was really never enough to save someone. But the Christmas jar became a way of instilling truth in the receiver, that they're not alone. They're not alone. It's a way of saying to someone, I see you. You matter. You are my brother. You are my sister. And this small thing can be a catalyst for restoring someone's faith in humanity. And in this story, another profound facet is brought to our awareness. There is something life-changing for the one who gives the gift as well. Life-changing. A reminder that there is more than our own self-absorption during this time of year. Getting the list done. Accumulating wealth, accumulating accolades. You see, there is an immense blessing for the giver, a reminder that each day the giver is making a choice, a small sacrifice that's going to be for someone else's good. And each time the change jingles in their pocket before they put it in the jar at home, there is an awareness that it will be a gift of caring for another. And then the conclusion of the story is poignant because the originator of the Christmas jar tradition has a time of need, and they receive more jars than they've ever given out. Energetic, yes? So I love this story, and it's become an annual ritual for me to read. And as I was looking through it and reading yesterday, the tears started, and I started sniffling again, you know? And what this has done for us is, for Graham and myself, we started our own Christmas jar tradition. We get so jazzed up about putting the change in the container. So Graham is so much more consistent than I am, and I love him for that. So he'll save the change, and then he'll put it on the top, because I got this fancy thing, so at the end, I don't have to count all the money that's in here. You know, you put the coin in, it just keeps adding up. So he'll leave the coin on here for me, so I can giddily put the money in and see the numbers change, right? All of 12 I am, that's right. But there's joy in this. There is such joy in this, because I know it may just brighten someone's day. It may just brighten someone's season. They may find a way where they thought there was no way. We get to be messengers at that moment. And so we would just drive around when we felt the time was right to give this to someone. We would just drive around where Spirit led us. We'd stop, do a porch dash, but to give, not to take, right? Put it up there and then drive off. And it was just this, it still is this amazing tradition for us. And it reminds us throughout the year that there's more than us. There's more than us. You know, sometimes we look at the homeless situation, the poverty, all the things that are going on in the world, and we go, it's too much. I can't do anything. It's too much. Whatever I give is never going to make a difference. But that's not true. That's not true. This is such a small thing, but it impacts someone's life. And there starts that ripple, right? We talk about those ripples. Each little thing starts just rippling out, and before you know it, a family's changed, a community has changed, a spiritual community has changed. So I'm inviting you to join me in this Christmas jar giving as a new ritual. Doesn't matter, what kind of jar you pick. It doesn't matter. All different kinds of jars you can pick. And doesn't matter how you decorate it. And here's the thing, I know some of you are probably saying, yeah, but I already have a jar, and I already save my coins. And I'm saying to you, that's great. And this is a little different in the ethos behind it. There's an intentionality that is not for you, it's not for your Christmas shopping, it's for someone else. So, I'm inviting you to look at this whole process energetically. Each time you get change back from your purchases, take the time to bless the change. Bless the change as you put it in your pocket or your purse. And then take a moment of gratitude that the universe continues to supply substance for you to manifest such prosperity, right? And then once you put it in your Christmas jar, bless it again energetically. And you know what? We need to do the same thing when we pay our bills. What would it be like to be able to pay our bills from a joyful heart? Now, I don't know about you, but I remember there was a time in my 20s when I was really stressed. I couldn't pay the rent and the car note at the same time. There was this juggling thing that was going on. And now, today, I pay my bills early, and I'm grateful that I have the money to do that. Do you see the difference in the energy there? One of resistance and, oh my God, I got to give my hard-earned money to something, versus, oh my God, I am blessed with this to live the life I want. Thank you. Big difference. One is a constriction and a lack. The other is prosperity and abundance. So I'm going to talk about prosperity for a moment. I do love words. I love the meanings behind words. I love looking at and being aware of what do we think, what do we speak. And I love the word prosperity, especially from where it originates from. And it comes from Old Latin, 2 words, pro and spare. And pro meant for, and spare came from space, which means hope. So prosperity, the origination of prosperity, means according to one's hope. Do you hear that? According to one's hope, which is really about according to our expectations. The universe is designed to give you what you need. And what you think you need comes from what you believe. And what you believe becomes what you expect. So if you're stuck in that belief of not enough, what's the universe going to give you? Right, more not enough. It's simply giving you what you believe, what you expect, what you hope for. So my question to you becomes, do you want to continue to expand lack? I would hope not. Thank you. Or are you ready to receive an expansion of there's more than enough? So if you're ready to manifest prosperity, then I'm encouraging you to remember 3 things. The first one is that you are of God. You are of the universe. The universe wants you to be happy. It wants you to be fulfilled. And your beliefs and choices create the life you live. Create the life that you live. So wisdom would suggest that if you're not living your best life, you need to change your beliefs. If you're not living your best life, you need to change your beliefs. So as we honor this third week of Advent, which is joy, I am going to read from this cute booklet, the Advent booklet from Unity. It's called A Christmas to Remember. And I'm pulling from Thursday, December 23rd, and this is written by Veronica Walker Douglas. May this be a special time in which you accept that your true purpose in life is joy. Remember to be joyful and share this most precious gift on your journey. Your path is illumined as you cherish each blessing and appreciate all that colors your world in shades of happiness and hope. When you tune in to your divine center, you can narrate your happily ever after based on the story you write today. You've already been chosen for the leading role and may select your co-stars and supporting cast. Will you accept the universe's curtain call to step onto life's stage and shine your light? Well, your audience awaits, and the applause has begun. So savor each moment as you look around. Turn within to discover what brings you satisfaction and share delight. What is it that you truly love to do? Follow your intentions and guide your attention toward these timeless treasures. Forget fear. Forget fear. Forget fear. Forget fear. Surrender struggle. And remember that you deserve to be happy and enjoy a continuous flow of eternal joy. And the scripture is from Isaiah 55, verse 12. For you shall go out in joy and be led back in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall burst into song, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Joy. So I'm inviting you, my loves, to start anew. I'm inviting you to create your own Christmas jar tradition. And each time that you handle the money, imbue that transaction with thanksgiving, whether it's going out or coming in. Imbue it with thanksgiving. Whenever you pay a bill or purchase an item, fill up with the energy of grace and gratitude that you have the ability to do so. When you give money to another, once again, fill money with the energy of love, compassion, and kindness. As in all things, it's never about the money. It's about your beliefs and the energy that is created by those beliefs. We are here at Unity Church of the Hills because we believe in practical spirituality. We say it over and over again, that this is not theory. That's why we're here. It's not about the dogma. It's not about rules. It's about practical spirituality. And guess what, my loves? It means you have to do something. It means you take action. It means that you take your beliefs and you step out in your power. So let this time of Advent really be a preparation for you, for a commitment to being transformed in your mind, your heart, your soul. So this third week of Advent is about joy, and we have an affirmation, and the affirmation is, I am filled with joy and excitement as I manifest into form new ways of thriving in 2022. Now, I'm hoping each of you got a little bookmark, so you'll have one for this week and then again for next week. So we are going to work with this affirmation. I am filled with joy and excitement as I manifest into form new ways of thriving in 2022. we'll use that for our meditation today. Let's prepare.